Kaya, my name's Jasmine Kadic and I'm a proud Whadjuk Balladong woman with ties to the Bennells, Collards, Maguires, and I'm also a business owner from a business called Benang, which is infrastructure and construction. From a young age, I think I would have been about 5, my nana and my dad were quite influential in some of the cultural protocols that I've learnt as a child. Some of those were through dancing and obviously music and eating traditional foods, language. Lucky enough that my dad, and before passing, my nana and my dad actually wrote a language book, so I often reflect on that with my children. And that's heavily influenced me because I'm able to build a business on creating pathways and creating opportunities for Indigenous people, and predominantly I'm a huge thing about Indigenous women and making them feel like they're in a safe place. Some of the unique strengths I think First Nations women bring is we bring the legacy of our grandmothers, their grandmothers. I know, as an example for me, they were very strong matriarchs in my family on the Indigenous side and on my non-Indigenous side. And I hear those stories and I use that as a beacon of strength to keep going in my journey. And I think that's what women bring, is they bring a sense of strength, value. They understand that listening to other women and is quite important, and bringing a different lens of diversity and thinking about people who don't necessarily have that voice. My envision for the next generations for First Nation people would be seeing us not as a minority, seeing us as at the top of corporate businesses, seeing us on ASX listed companies, and having more of a say as to what we do for our people, seeing more doctors, teachers, and it not being something it's not a surprise to see that there's a Indigenous or First Nation women taking the lead. And I think I'm very excited to see the next generation of leaders coming through. I think some of them coming through are doing exceptionally well. I know we've seen doctors, we're seeing lawyers, and they're coming through politics. So in the next, I say 20 to 30 years, I think our whole landscape will change. And I think what my father and my grandmother and currently what we're doing now is making that difference and making those pathways for these young leaders to come through. And I'm really excited and forever supportive of bringing that next generation through.